Alrighty then, it's time for another loot crate. This time the theme is time. So you see, this time the theme is time. Yay! It's a bad joke, but it had to be done. So the things you can expect from this is anything popular culture having to do with, well, time travel or just time in general. I would assume Back to the Future, considering this box came out right around the anniversary of the movie. Well, not the anniversary, the date in which they went to the past and then the future. Whatever, you get what I mean, right? So, other things that I know is included in this one is a Doctor Who thing. The only clue we were given is Sonic, so the thing I know is he has got a Sonic screwdriver, I believe. I'm not really, I've never actually watched Doctor Who, so some of you might want to kill me for, the treason or whatever. Hey, if you want to feel bad for somebody, Foxtrot never watched Shaun of the Dead, and he's British, okay? If you want to hate someone, you go over that corner over there. Either way, you guys know what I look for in loot crates, or what I prefer in loot crates, or pretty much anything. I like stuff that's utilitarian, stuff that has either multiple uses or just a really good use. Stuff like t-shirts to wear and, stuff that can either be used for kitchen, for stuff in your home. Decorations are usually okay. I'm not too big of a fan on a lot of types of decoration. Mostly I like stuff that can go on walls, so posters are nice and pictures. In a really kind of lame way, one of my favorite things that I owned and then we lost was this really lame painting of a boat that we just hung up on the wall because it just looked peaceful. Though apparently there's a myth about having pictures on the wall of boats that either brings misfortune to your house or that it protects it. I'm not quite sure. So considering the fact that that house was boiling hot during the summers, it's probably that we suffered. Anyways, let's get to the unboxing. Now to the actual unboxing of the Loot Crate. I am quite excited. Oh, well, before I go on, I gotta say this. Back to the Future was a movie that I told my wife that we should watch. She was very, very hesitant to watch it because she thought it was going to be this lame science fiction movie. She's not into that kind of stuff. She knows I like, sci-fi and Mass Effect, that kind of things, and she thought it was just going to be this kind of old, boring movie. Because again, she also has this kind of stigma against very old movies, because some of them, like Citizen Kane, are really, really boring. So I told her, I bet her that if we watch Back to the Future, she would love it. And she loved it. She actually enjoyed the movie. So it has that kind of special place for me and my wife, just because it was one of those times where I can actually tell her I told you so, and not actually, expect to be punished. Holy shit, this thing is actually tighter than usual. That's not something you hear often either, anyways. Okay. I cut it this way. It's open. Alright. So now let's see what's inside the box. Okay, immediately I was going to just start saying, okay, I feel boxes and stuff. Immediately I feel cloth. Last piece of cloth we got in the Loot Crate was Bollos and Manos, right? From Breaking Bad. So I'm hoping they don't continue the trend, because I'd rather have shirts, because you can't exactly wear a cooking bib around. So, and this is a shirt, definitely. And it's Bill and Ted. Okay, let's see if I can show you in the camera. It's a Bill and Ted shirt. What's that whole thing when they do the hand salute? I forgot how it goes. I watched this movie, actually not that long ago, because I never actually watched it and I got curious. For its time it was okay, but I don't think it held up well. And I know they do that whole thing. That's about the only thing that was pretty kind of mainstay funny. So one thing though is that this spoiled it for me. They got a Back to the Future Transformer shirt, and I was kind of hoping for that one, especially because my wife loves Transformers, and combine that with Back to the Future, it would have been wonderful. All right, now I got a long box. It's long, hard, and I can move the shaft at the top, and it's just the Sonic spork. Okay, like I said, you can move the shaft at the top. All right. It's the Sonic spork, and inside it's a spoon. Kind of funny though that actually it's a spork. Okay, fine. I should say Okay, of course, duh. It says spork in there. It's a spork. I don't know if the prongs are good enough to use for anything. You can see them; they're pretty tiny. But I guess this is technically utilitarian. I don't know if I really needed a spoon, but to be honest, we're sometimes losing spoons because we put them in cups to make ice cream pops. You know, in the really, really ghetto, poor people's way. So, not that exciting, but it's not gonna not be used, right? I still am using those ice cube trays that I got from the Marble box a long time ago. That box was really good. All right. So far, two things that can be used. So we're 2 for 2 in utilitarian. Now this one's a bigger box and has like the plastic in front of it, so I'm going to assume this is a figure. And it's a pretty big figure. Oh, hey, who is this? Dr. Emmett Brown. The Doc. My brother loves these. I think I've shown you guys the wall he has of non-stop of these boxes just stacked up together showing the characters and stuff. So this thing is something he'll love, or maybe I'll keep it. Because Back to the Future is one of my favorite older movies. It's just so like whimsy and fun. I mean, it's not whimsy in terms of like, you know, dust and fairy stuff. It's sort of like it's an adventure, and it's a fun adventure, even if there's plot holes in it. So I actually do like this one, Dr. Emmett Brown, one of those big head pop figures that you find. It's not utilitarian, but it's something I would actually not give away to my brother for once. Now it's another box here. It's also long, but it doesn't have a movable shaft, so this one's been circumcised. And it's another Back to the Future box. Okay, well, not the Back to the Future thing. It's a hoverboard. You know, you see the colors, and I'm going to assume, again, it's just because of the title, it's a hoverboard. I'm assuming it's a figurine. And it's wait, there's a card in here to read it. This document certifies the 1/5 scale replica of the Back to the Future 2 hoverboard was created by Quantum Mechanics Incorporated under license of Universal Pictures exclusively for Lootcrate. And yes, it's a figurine, sort of, made out of plastic and stuff. It's the hoverboard from Back to the Future 2, when he goes into the future. Obviously, if I like the Doc Brown, I'll probably like this one. I don't think my brother likes Back to the Future that much. So this one's definitely for me or for my wife, since it is pink and, you know, sexism. Misogyny. Okay, so there you go. That one's also, that one's okay. The Doc Emmett Brown definitely beats it by a mile. The shirt is useful, Bill and Ted. And my wife and I at least mildly enjoy it, especially near the ending when they have to kind of go inside the police department and they're kind of just constantly making the mistakes and rewinding it, but they never show those mistakes, so they're just being like, it's like they're being psychic. All right, so anything else? There's the button. I can feel it's the button they give you every single loot crate. It's what's this thing called? The flux capacitor? Yeah, I believe it's called the flux capacitor. Yeah, it's a button. You probably can't see it too clearly on the camera, but again, I really, really do like Back to the Future. So out of all the buttons I have, this is probably the one I'll actually hang up on something. The other ones, I kind of don't want to destroy any fabrics or stuff to pin in it, so I tend not to want to use them. They're kind of just in a little tiny box and collectibles. And of course, here's the booklet that tells you what each of these things are, what you could have gotten with the Mega Crate and whatnot. So it's just a booklet. Wait, is this a poster? This is a poster. I would use it. Yeah, actually, it's sort of a poster. You can remove this. Where is your Doctor? Okay, it's a Doctor Who thing on the back. Sort of, who is your favorite Doctor, I guess. And this, it might get damaged by the staples if you're not careful, but this can be used as a poster. So, it's a like a risky poster to take out, but a poster nonetheless, and I like that. And that's it for the box. Now, usually the box has a design in the front, inside, and okay, you might not be able to see it because I can't get this thing too close to the camera, or actually I managed to actually do it. So, if you guys have watched Bill and Ted's, this is the ending scene to Bill and Ted's. You can see George Carlin over here. I forgot what his name in the character was. I mean, what the name of the character he played in was. Then you can see Abraham Lincoln, Bill and Ted. I forgot what that guy was. Oh no, that's supposed to be Genghis Khan, right? Genghis Khan, Billy the Kid, Socrates, Sigmund Freud. What's her name? Joan of Arc. Yeah, Joan of Arc, I believe. Yeah, Joan of Arc. Napoleon. Who was this guy? Oh yeah, Mozart. There we go. I named all the characters except George Carlin, which I'll just call George Carlin. And on the side over here, is that a DeLorean? I don't know, can I say? I guess the side of the DeLorean. Yeah, look, that was the side of the DeLorean, and I'm gonna assume to the left over here. It's made out. It looks like it's made out of wood, so I'm gonna assume that's the teleportation. No, wait, no, the phone booth is in the middle, and that might actually be the phone booth for Doctor Who. I don't know. That's just kind of assuming. Either way, let's just recap what we got. These two are the figurines we got from the Loot Crate. All right, we got the hoverboard, and we got Dr. Emmett Brown. This one will probably be going to my wife, and I'll probably be keeping Dr. Emmett Brown for myself. Probably will go next to the Terminator over here. These are the two things I kept, since, like I mentioned before, Terminator is one of my favorite movie series. Although they kind of, put that in the grave with the latest reworks. A spork. It'll be used. I mean, I'll use it. I eat a lot of noodles. And I don't only mean poverty noodles, which are, 50-cent ramen. I like to eat, well, chow mein. If anybody serves me, I'll eat chow mein till I die. So this one will probably just be used between whoever feels like using it at a time. It'll go in the cover mostly. And of course the shirt, which is important to use because I don't have that many shirts anymore. Now they don't fit me, is that they constantly keep getting ripped. In fact, the one I am wearing right now kind of has a hole. So, yeah, I remember, there's Bill and Ted. I forgot. Well, I got to remember what it was, but that they say when they do that salute. It's be radical or be cool or something like that to each other. Whatever. You guys will remind me in the comments anyways, because I must have committed a bunch of sacrileges without remembering all these characters. So either way, that was the Loot Crate unboxing video. If you want to receive your own Loot Crates, you can follow the link in the description below and sign up for a monthly subscription to it, or just get one box depending on which one you want, because sometimes you'll get a theme that's really good and you only want that one box. You can sign up for that and then that's it, you get that one box. A lot of people did that for the Pokemon one the other month and they loved it. So the next Loot Crate theme should be Combat, which is going to have Fallout in there, and apparently it's apparently also going to have another Blizzard stuff in there. And as you can remember from a little while back, I was given a Hearthstone from another box that had Blizzard stuff. So yeah, some of these things can tend to be real cool. So anyways, thank you for watching, and the next Loot Crate unboxing should kind of be this month too. So I'll see you very shortly again doing this.